what's going on? Just thinking about some things, some characteristics that women may show you if they're really interested as you as a person, as opposed to being interested in you for your resources. And I think a good thing to focus on is how does she receive your input. You have a lot of women at times, not just people in general, but in this case talking about women. If they really respect you or some aspect about you, then they'll ask your opinion on something. And then you have situations where women may just want to talk, and so they'll tell you what's going on, and then they might not really want to hear what you got to say because they just sharing the feeling and stuff like that, which in a way is a bad thing, because you're either going to be someone they're venting to, or someone they actually, want to receive some type of help from. But even that says, I think, something about a woman too. A woman who's always venting, she always complaining about something. That's really not, one, it's really not attractive. Two, it'll really burden you after a certain point in time. Because you always got somebody who's complaining about something. What fun is that? What do you gain from it? The only thing that's happening is they're just talking and you're just listening, and they're feeling better, and you could be having a good day, but you might be having a bad day because you got this person that just ain't happy about the situation they're going through. So their unhappy situation is not going to make you happy. But going back to the situation as far as them asking your opinion, a person that really respects you is going to really respect your opinion and how you see things. And not only will they respect your opinion and how you view things, they will actually follow your advice. And of course, if you actually have good advice or experience, then they'll take it to heart and really appreciate it. Now, on the flip side of that, you have some women that may just really not value or respect you. And the reason why they don't necessarily value or respect you is because they have somebody else that they actually value and respect more than you. And occasionally it could be like their mom, it could be their dad. But there are situations where they might actually respect a man more than you. And in that case, if another man has that level of respect, or that woman is given that level of respect to another man, then she is not a good person for you. She does not really respect you. She may respect aspects of you, but she does not need or rely on you as like the sole source of information, experience, or structure. Okay, and so that's not a good place for you to be in as a man. Is with a woman that holds another person, and I will stretch it and say, if they hold their mother, their father in higher regard than you could potentially have an issue. Potentially. Alright? But if she doesn't respect you, and the idea is going to be, the concept is based on respect. If she doesn't respect you, that lower level of respect is going to show up in other areas of your relationship. And that'll be them just really discounting what you say. They don't really listen to you. They may rely on their own experience and knowledge more than you. Now, I see this in a situation where, let's just say you with a woman that's older than you, which, by the way, I do not recommend. I would say a woman that's older than you, that makes more money than you, a lot of times, unless that is a really, really, really mature woman, she's not really going to respect you. And even she might have a certain level of respect for you, but she may not respect you in a way that is healthy. I'll say that, in my opinion. And so I wouldn't recommend men dating or entertaining women, for serious relationships. That's older than you, that makes more than you, that is at a higher status than you, unless they are really, really mature women. And really, really mature women can know how to respect men on any level, even if they're below them. And there are not very many women, in my opinion, that can be really high in success and reality and still respect the man. Okay? Now that's assuming that you are respectable, And respectable men, basically, they take care of their own business. They know how to take care of themselves, and if need be, they can take care of a family. Alright? You take care of how you build the responsibility. But in any regard, there needs to be, you have to have something. I'll just say it like this. You could be a very successful person in your own right. Okay? You can have, make decent money. You got your own house, or you got your apartment. You can pay your bills on time. If people need help, you're able to help them. You're doing well in your field. You actually set goals and you actually complete goals. In that regard, I would consider you a successful man as well as an honorable man. And if you have those type of, let's just say, I want to say proof, but you have those accomplishments under your belt, but you still have a woman that does not respect your opinion, then you need to get rid of her. She's not for you. So, basically, just want to get on here and say that a woman that really a woman that is for you should really respect you. And also, I'll go a step further and say this. If you find a woman that really respects you, she actually appreciates your presence, she reciprocates it. Like if you do something for her, she'll try to do something for you. I ain't necessarily talking about sex and stuff like that. I'm talking about, let's just say you help her move, she buys your lunch or something like that. But if you then this relationship could be a little different. You can almost have like a father-daughter type relationship. You can almost have a brotherly and brother-sister type relationship. But in the same token, you can have a kind of a romantic type relationship, depending on how the relationship starts and stuff like that. But respect in general, from a woman to a man, is a really good indication that person is, at minimum, a good person. Okay? Now, they may not see you as a romantic interest, but that's just going to have to be something that you find out in your relationship with them. But respect is something that's really, really important to look for in a person that you want to consider being with. And if there is no respect there, if they don't respect your opinion, they don't respect your money, they don't respect your time, they don't respect you. And you should take that to heart and decide accordingly. saying you got to drop them as a friend, but it's better to not let them abuse you as a friend. And if they are abusing you, take that as an opportunity to say no. And no, I probably should do a video on no. But when you say no, that is a very powerful thing, in my opinion, to a woman. One, it says that you're not just going to let her run over you. Two, it shows you have boundaries. Three, if she can't take no from you, then that's a sign that she definitely ain't for you. Alright, you have to be able to tell a woman no to even be with her. If you cannot tell her no, then your decision to be with her should be a no. Never. And so, no is really, being able to say no or not say no is a really good indication of how that woman respects you as well. If you can tell her no and she respects, I ain't talking about like over and over and over again, you just say, no, I don't want to do that, then she probably respects you a whole lot. But if you tell her no and then she comes up with all these other excuses and tries to convince you to change your mind, beyond the norm, let's just say you got a situation where she wants to go on, she wants to buy, let's say, a really expensive dress, not necessarily too crazy, but you're in a situation where you got to get the air conditioner repaired. Okay. Now, normally, you don't have to. You would probably be able to say, "Hey, yeah, I got you. No problem. We can do this. We can buy the dress." But in this particular situation, you have to replace the AC. So you tell her, no, we can't really do it now. Maybe in a couple months after we build our savings up a little bit more. But she starts throwing like a temper tantrum. She's not a good one. Or at least she's not a responsible one. All right, but any woman that is financially not disciplined is just not a good woman. That should be a permanent requirement for you, for any woman that you choose, that she should be financially responsible. And even if she's not financially responsible, she has to be able to respect you as a man to make good financial decisions. Now, if she can follow your lead, making good financial, she can follow you and you say, hey, let's wait. And she's like, okay, cool. And she actually waits, I can deal with that. All right, that's a cool woman because she's still following the lead. But if she does everything and then all of a sudden, not only does she get mad at you for prioritizing the AC, fixing the AC over her happiness or her dress, she decides to make you pay for it in other ways. Nah. Kick her to the curb. She's not a good woman. She's not really even a good person, probably. Alright, because she's manipulating you. And then on top of that, she's using what you want against you. And so that's just not good. Alright. But primarily the reason why I'm making these videos is because, being a nice guy myself, or I've been called a nice guy, or usually considered nice. A lot of times we can love people that don't necessarily appreciate the love that we can give them. And it's important to be able to distinguish between the people who actually appreciate the love you give, and the people who are just trying to take advantage of you. And then on top of that, to break off ties with them before you get into a situation where you can't break off ties. Because at some point, you might just feel that you have to keep continuing to help somebody. But in my opinion, once they start showing that they want to abuse you, it's time to cut them off. I say you help somebody one time. If they pay you back, you can help them again. As long as they going back and forth, or they do something to try to compensate you for what you did. But if they don't, and they come back and say they need help again, you can help them, but that would be the last time unless they pay you back. So my thing is, I say help somebody one time. After that, they're considered a bill, and you don't need any more bills. And if that person is not that woman is not somebody that is actively desiring to be in a relationship with you for you, not just your money, your resources, your time, whatever you give to her, then she's out of. She should be out of there. You could be acquaintances. You can say hello, but she asks for help. That's your opportunity to say no. All right, and that no will also help them to learn to respect you. All right, but if a woman can't say no, if a woman can't stand to hear a no, then she's really not worth your time. But I think I'll just stop it there. And you don't necessarily have to demand respect from somebody, but you can accept the circumstances where they have to give you respect. So, but all right, y'all take care and have a good one.